Yo, ever stop and think what's really under your feet right now? Not pipes, not treasure, something alive. Legends from all over the world say the earth ain't just rock and dirt. It breathes, it moves, it hides things that were here long before us. People have heard rumbles that don't match the weather, echoes that come from nowhere. And sometimes they swear the ground itself growls back. Some folks call it superstition. Others say, nah man, it's proof. The earth ain't dead, it's alive. And tonight, we digging deep to uncover what's still crawling, breathing, and waiting beneath us. Hit that sub button right now, because what you're about to see is gonna make you look at the ground a whole different way. 1. The arm, baby dragon. Deep beneath the limestone caves of Slovenia in Croatia, there's the creature that looks straight out of a fantasy movie. The arm, the baby dragon, or as the locals call it, the baby dragon. Yeah, you heard that right. A real live dragon hiding beneath Europe. Pale as a ghost, blind as a bat, and shaped like something between a snake and a salamander. The arm has spent millions of years in total darkness. It's got skin so translucent you can literally see its organs. And here's the kicker. This thing can survive up to 10 freaking years without eating. 10 years. Scientists say it slows its metabolism so much that it's basically living in slow motion. Folks back in the Middle Ages used to believe these were baby dragons washed out from the underworld whenever floods hit. And honestly, can you blame them? When you see something like that slithering out of a cave after a storm, your brain doesn't go, oh, amphibian. It screams monster. Some researchers even say the arm might be a glimpse of what ancient cave ecosystems looked like before humans ever walked the earth. So if this thing's been hiding down there for millions of years, what else is sleeping below the surface, waiting to be found?
2. The naked mole rat, nature's underground superhero. Alright, meet the strangest little dude in the animal kingdom, the naked mole rat. Yeah, it looks like a wrinkly pink peanut with teeth, but don't let the looks fool you. This thing breaks just about every rule of biology. Found deep beneath the dry savannas of East Africa, naked mole rats live in massive underground colonies run by a queen, just like ants or bees. That's right, a mammal that lives like an insect. Each one has a job. Workers dig tunnels, soldiers defend the colony, and the queen rules the show. But here's where it gets absolutely wild. These little guys are immune to cancer, barely feel pain, and can survive with almost no oxygen for up to 18 minutes. Scientists have been scratching their heads for decades trying to figure out how that's even possible. Turns out they've evolved some alien-level adaptations to survive in tight, low-oxygen tunnels where most animals would drop in seconds. Some researchers even think studying them could help us unlock secrets to fighting aging and disease. They may look like tiny space gremlins, but they're rewriting everything we thought we knew about mammals. And if creatures like this are thriving underground, almost alien in how they live, it makes you wonder what other super-evolved species are hiding just below our feet, waiting to be discovered. 3. The giant weta, the armored beast of the dark. Now this one's straight out of a prehistoric nightmare. The giant weta from New Zealand. Imagine a cricket. Now make it the size of your hand and as heavy as a sparrow. Yeah, no kidding. This bug could actually tip a scale against a bird. Covered in thick armor-like plates with jaws strong enough to chew through leaves and even small fruits, the giant weta looks like it missed the memo that the dinosaurs went extinct 65 million years ago. These tank-sized insects live hidden away under rocks, logs, and tree roots, spending their days in cool, damp darkness and only crawling out when night falls. They don't jump much like normal crickets. They lumber slowly, almost like tiny armored tanks patrolling the forest floor. Scientists call them living fossils because they barely changed since the age of the dinosaurs. The Maori people once told stories of weta, creatures that lived in caves and under stones, protecting the land long before humans walked it. Today, these gentle giants are endangered and protected, but seeing one in person is like peeking through a time portal into Earth's ancient past. Their survival in such isolation reminds us that the underground world still hides relics from eras we can't barely imagine. And if something this massive and ancient can still crawl under our feet, what else from prehistory might still be down there, waiting to wake up?
4. The antlion larva, the backyard monster you never knew existed. You've probably walked right past one of these little killers 100 times, maybe even in your own backyard, and never had a clue. Meet the antlion larva, better known in the US as the doodlebug. Don't let the cute name fool you. This thing is straight up savage. Picture a tiny predator that digs a perfect pit trap in the sand, hides at the bottom like a little demon, and waits. The moment an unsuspecting ant slips down those steep shifting walls, boom! The antlion explodes from the dirt, snapping its massive jaws shut like a monster from a horror flick. Found all over North America, especially in dry sandy spots like Texas or Arizona. These creepy crawlers are the real deal, miniature land sharks that turn grains of sand into a killing ground. Scientists say their hunting method is one of the most efficient ambush systems in nature. No web, no chase, just pure physics and patience. What's even crazier? When they grow up, they transform into delicate, harmless, flying insects that look like dragonflies. Total glow up from serial killer to fairy. But next time you're chilling in your backyard and see little funnel-shaped holes in the dirt, take a closer look. You might just be standing above one of nature's tiniest and most terrifying hunters, waiting for its next meal. 5. The amblypygid. If nightmares had legs, this would be it. Meet the amblypygid, better known as the whip spider, a creature that looks like something dreamed up in a Hollywood horror lab. It's got the body of a spider, the claws of a scorpion, and these freakishly long whip-like legs that move like alien antennae. But here's the plot twist. It's totally harmless. Yeah, you heard that right. Zero venom, zero stinger, just a face that'll haunt your dreams. These guys live deep inside tropical caves in Central and South America, Africa, and even parts of Florida. Down there, where sunlight never reaches, the whip spider rules the shadows. It doesn't use eyes. It feels the world around it with those crazy antennae legs, stretching them out to sense vibrations and map the cave walls like living radar. And get this, scientists say they're insanely intelligent for arachnids. Some can even recognize their own species and show social behavior. Imagine that. A horror movie creature with a brain. If you ever stumble into a humid cave and see something silently clinging to the rock with those nightmare arms reaching out, don't freak out. You've just met one of the planet's most misunderstood monsters. Still, let's be real. Even knowing it's harmless, would you really want to see that thing crawling toward you in the dark?
6. The star-nosed mole. Okay, this one looks straight up out of a sci-fi movie. Meet the star-nosed mole, one of North America's weirdest and most mind-blowing underground animals. Its nose, not normal. It's got 22 pink, fleshy tentacles sprouting from his face like some alien flower. Those tentacles aren't just for show. They're loaded with over 25,000 sensory receptors, making this little guy the fastest ear in the entire animal kingdom. We're talking less than 0.2 seconds to find, identify, and swallow its food. Blink and it's done. You can find these moles chilling, well, burrowing in the swampy wetlands of the northeastern US and Canada. They dig out massive tunnel systems that double as underwater hunting zones, slurping up worms, bugs, and tiny crustaceans like they're on an all-you-can-eat buffet. Scientists call its nose the most sensitive touch organ ever discovered in a mammal. Basically, nature's best biological sensor. But for regular folks, it's nightmare fuel. It looks like a tiny mole got face hugged by an octopus. Still, you gotta respect it. This little freak is built for survival, thriving where few other animals can. So yeah, next time you're hiking through a muddy marsh and feel something move under your boot, maybe, just maybe, it's the underground speed demon of the wild, hunting its next snack before you even realize it's there. 7. The Mexican mole lizard. Alright, brace yourself. This one looks like something that shouldn't exist. Meet the Mexican mole lizard, also known as vipes. It's found only in Baja California, and trust me, this thing is weird. Imagine a pink, smooth worm, but with tiny lizard arms sticking out the front and nothing in the back. Yep, no hind leg, just two strong, stubby arms it uses to dig through sand like a living drill. This creature spends almost its entire life underground, carving out out tunnels and loose soil where it hunts termites, bugs, and larvae. Locals used to say it was a snake with hands or some kind of baby dragon, and honestly, you can't blame them. When you see one wiggling out of the dirt, it looks like a creature straight out of a dream or a nightmare. Scientists say it's a perfect example of evolutionary adaptation. It's got the body of a lizard, but the lifestyle of a mole, built to move smoothly under the earth where light never reaches. And here's a wild fact. When threatened, it can detach its tail, like some lizards do. A clean escape move while the predator's left staring at the twitching leftovers. Creepy, clever, and completely real. So next time you're in Baja and the ground shifts a little, don't freak out. It's probably not an earthquake. It might just be nature's strangest little digger wriggling by beneath your feet.
8. The deep cave cricket, the ghost of the underground. Now this one's straight out of the dark zone. Meet the deep cave cricket, a pale, see-through bug that basically lives where sunlight has never dared to shine. Found in the deepest caves of the US and Oceania, this creepy crawler spends its whole life miles beneath the surface in a world of total darkness. Its body is translucent, almost ghost-like. You can literally see its insides through its skin. These crickets don't eat plants or leaves like your regular backyard hoppers. Nope, they live off bat guano, fungi, and whatever tiny organisms manage to survive down there. It's like nature's recycling crew working the night shift forever. Because they've lived in pitch black for millions of years, they've lost their pigmentation and their eyes barely work. Talk about evolution saying you don't need those where you're going. But here's the twist. Scientists are still finding new species of these things, tucked away in unexplored caverns. Some are longer than your thumb. Others are so delicate a single flashlight beam can make them freeze. It's like every deep cave hides a new chapter of life that the surface world forgot about. So yeah, next time you're standing near a cave entrance and feel a little draft of cold air, just remember, beneath your feet, ghost crickets are hopping through the dark, keeping the underworld alive.
9.
The caecilian. Here's one that'll make you do a double take. Meet the caecilian, a snake-like amphibian that looks like a worm on steroids. Found in tropical regions across South America, Africa, and Southeast Asia, this creature has no legs, smooth, slimy skin, and spends nearly its entire life burrowed underground. Seriously, it's basically a living tunnel with a face. Caecilians feed on insects, worms, and other small soil-dwelling critters, using their sensitive snout to detect vibrations in the earth. Some species even have tiny sensory tentacles on their heads to help see in total darkness, like nature's own underground radar. And despite their eerie appearance, they're completely harmless to humans. But legends? Oh, they're wild. For centuries, locals told tales of massive, mysterious snakes that slithered through the earth beneath villages. Some thought they were evil spirits or omens, but it was probably just Caecilians doing their thing, quietly shaping tunnels and feasting underground, totally unseen. Scientists are still learning about these elusive creatures. Many species remain completely unknown, hiding in the soil like living fossils.
Number 10. The giant earthworm. And finally, let's talk about a real monster you definitely don't want under your feet. The giant earthworm. Found in Australia and South America, some of these beasts can stretch up to 10 feet long. Yeah, longer than most people's cars. Imagine a worm that massive, wriggling beneath your yard or farm. Creepy, right? When a giant earthworm moves, the ground can actually vibrate slightly, which is probably why locals for centuries thought it was some kind of underground serpent. In truth, it's just a worm doing what worms do, but at a terrifyingly large scale. These worms burrow deep into the soil, aerating the earth and creating tunnels that can survive hundreds of years. Farmers have told stories of soil suddenly shaking for no reason, and now science knows some of that movement is real. They feed on decaying plant matter, slowly recycling nutrients underground. While they're harmless to humans, seeing one up close would be enough to make anyone scream. And despite their size, they're rarely seen. Most of their lives are spent in total darkness, deep in the earth, far from human eyes. So the next time you feel the ground shiver under your feet, don't just blame the wind. It could be a giant earthworm rolling around. living its quiet, epic underground life. A reminder that some of the biggest creatures aren't lurking in jungles or oceans. They're right beneath us. We've only scratched the surface, literally. These incredible underground creatures prove that the world beneath our feet is far stranger than most of us imagine. From massive worms that make the ground tremble, to blind salamanders lurking in total darkness, and mole rats that laugh in the face of pain and disease. The earth is alive in ways we're only beginning to understand. But here's the real kicker. What if these are just the ones we found? What if something even bigger, older, and more terrifying is still sleeping somewhere deep below, waiting for the right moment to move? If this blew your mind, don't walk away just yet. Hit that sub button and turn on notifications, because part 2 is coming, and we're going even deeper into the underground, uncovering creatures that will make you question everything you thought you knew about what lies beneath.